how do usual healthcare professionals today keep up to date, and how do they search for the knowledge they need? What they do, as I know, they usually they have their leading journals, they consume, they have PubMed, they of course follow a couple of courses, they have maybe YouTube, they follow some videos. So quite a dispersed way to doing it, not very structured. So how would it be if you would have a service personalizing all the content from those sources, from those leading sources, personalizing according to your interests and needs, and this doing it in a community which is specialty specific, meaning it's really spine and neurosurgeon, for example, and it's doing this. How much time would you save having such a service, providing you those readings? And even more, how much would it help you maybe if it would monitor your learning pathway and giving you access to your learning analytics? So that's what you're quite used today. We are having Netflix, everything is personalized. I know what I'm like to see. I know what I need to see sometimes. So that's what we said, okay, how would this organize knowledge for healthcare professionals in a similar manner? So what we have, and that's what we do, we take all the major leading journals, and if I take now the example for spine surgery and neurosurgery, we take all the leading journals, we take the most important sources, these are about 35 such sources we identify together with clinicians, and we say, okay, and then we take specific events, courses, and we take case studies, and we aggregate every night all the latest, newest knowledge and classify it, categorize it, so we can deliver it to the user according to his personal profile. We do this in all manners. We disseminate it on all platforms, on iPhone, on whatever device you have, and synchronize what you're doing, what you're reading from those quality sources. And of course, we have to add also community annotation, because today we are used that we can maybe follow experts, and we see what other community members are doing with this knowledge. And having this service in place, we of course also allow us to integrate partner, professional education provider, like here, like Seattle Science Foundation. So we can integrate knowledge providers in such a platform. And we have one such platform. It's the AO Foundation, and they are providing quite large education and in trauma. They're actually the leader. And they integrated some services on the same platform, meaning that every surgeon has one platform. Even if he's being a member of a specific association, he has more services on it. And for that, I show you a short video. Having some sound, hopefully. Is there some sound?
Time is short. Insight Spine helps you focus on the medical advances that are really important to you. This is Insight Spine, the smart companion app to your AO membership. As a world-class surgeon, you need to be at the top of your game, even when time is short. Insight Spine helps you focus on the medical advances that are really important to you. It gives you direct access to the medical content and peers you need to build knowledge right at your fingertips whenever you have a moment. You can read it in your native language, just like that. What's more, as an AO Spine member, you get full text access to leading journals. To stay organized, create personal collections of articles and videos, tag them, and share them with your colleagues. Or follow opinion leaders to keep up with the topics that really matter. When you need it most, you can rely on the Smart Companion to refresh your knowledge through cutting-edge videos and surgical guidelines. Insight Spine also doubles up as your digital event bag, so you won't miss anything before, during, and after your next AO Spine course. Download the Insight Spine app for free and be ready for your next surgical procedure.
So this was just shown out of a perspective of one of our partners. But also today, you can use this app today as without being a member of AO, you can use it. You have access to all your journals. You have to PubMed to every source, and you can. It's free of cost.
Can I just say something quickly? Sorry to interrupt you, but all of our Spine Fellows, at least, are AO Spine members. So you're going to be in Banff next month with your presentations, and I think we can extend that to our vascular and cranial colleagues also. So apologize if we didn't do that, but all of you are AO Spine members. So yes, this is free for you.
Exactly. So it's free for you, and if, of course, it's in the app. You have it always in your pocket with you, all your readings. But it's also that you have it on your desktop, and when you go access it on your app, and afterwards on the desktop, you have it always synchronized. So if I have my interest, I get the latest my insights according to my interests, and I can say, okay, now I'm specifically interested in, let's say, tumor, so I have everything in tumor. And if I'm reading better in Japanese, for example, I can have it auto-translated in all the languages we have. There are the major languages included. And if I do a search, for example, I do a search on anterior cervical fusion, it makes me a search in all those 35 sources in one step, and it gives me the findings out of these sources and classifies it so I can easily find the relevant content I need. So I can also say, okay, this anterior cervical fusion in combination with the cervical disc, so it makes me down and filters me down easily to the main leading journals, to clinical trials, to videos. So I have everything in the pocket, always with me. And if I say something is very interesting for me, I can add it into my collection so I can read it later and keep it for any purpose I need. Going back, so where are we today? So we introduced four platforms. One is in orthopedics, one is veterinary, one is craniomaxillofacial. The latest we just introduced is actually Inside Spine. That's when at the Spine Congress in May we started. So today we have 100,000 users, surgeons all over the world using this platform. And in specific in spine, we have 15,000 spinal surgeons using this, and looking at what kind of interest they are distributing. So it's going from genetic, from tumors, infection, and so down to trauma. So that's the audience we have and what they are reading. So having this in place and looking what Instagram and all these social communities are doing, we ask ourselves, how can we introduce more social relevance into that platform? So what we did is what we call the influencer model. So one can have his personal collection on the platform doing, okay, on tumor, these are my must reads or my must sees, and he can then share his collection with the whole community, and they may follow him. So it's like on Instagram, you do not follow up according to design things you're interested. It's more you're following certain influencers if you're interested on what they are reading and what they recommend to read. So you get outreach into this vertical of spinal and neurosurgeons.
Alex, I don't know who Elon Musk is, but he's nothing compared to Rado Skuja.
It's absolutely true. Yeah, that's what I put. So sure. And so now one university hospital came to us and said, having this influence model in place, I want to use it within my institution to do resident hospital-based training. I want to have a closed group having the possibility to share my collection as a trainer with my residents in order to say, okay, on tumor, I want you to read that. This is what I just found. It should be shared with you. So it's provided directly to them, and they can interact like on WhatsApp according in this specific, let's say, topic. That's when we introduced Insights Excellence, and I also have a short video showing you how this is working.
This is Insights Excellence, the smart service for hospital-based training to solidify your professional legacy. As a world-class teaching surgeon, you want to make sure your institution's practitioners are at the top of their game, even when time to learn is short. Insights Excellence allows you to tap into the Insights Orthopedics. You can group your learning residents into training circles and engage them in the environment where they already are. With Insights Orthopedics, building your resident's knowledge has never been more efficient. It gives you direct access to all relevant medical knowledge in an already included aggregated form. Easily select content items you judge to be important. With the press of a button, package your collections and push them to all your training circles just like that. Circle members can focus on the collections curated by you, no matter where they are, by reviewing them right inside their community app. Should the need for a question arise, they can easily interact via chat, voice or video, share your feedback individually, or communicate best practices to be followed by all. The Analytics module provides you and your trainees with a level of control built purposely for the better assessment of their educational progress. And because Insights Excellence is embedded in the most rapidly growing orthopedics community on the planet, you can further solidify your reputation by allowing a global audience to follow your contributions. Get your credentials now for institutional access to Insights Excellence and step into the future of hospital-based training.
So this is going to be introduced in April. So you can easily start to monitor also the progress within your group, within your training circle. But this always has two sides. One, and in Germany, for example, they are very important that privacy protection is there. So you have to be master of your data, and you have to keep keep the control on your data. So what we are doing is whatever you are doing on that platform, even if you're a trainee or if you're whatever, a trainer on the platform, we store everything on a record store. So you have the control. You can say, okay, I want to have this not anymore recorded. I want to have this recorded, and you can share your learning pathway with other let's say platform, for example, for accreditations or something. So you have your specific learning profile on the platform and can share it and control it. And having this in mind, of course, someone who is investing a lot of time in learning and maybe has some followers, we can also reward him and give him maybe points or something like a cryptocurrency to say, okay, whatever you're doing in the platform, you get awarded. We have just the last slide now here is about we have some initiating partners to start this excellence program using it within their hospitals. We have the Mount Sinai Beth, we have Charité that's in Berlin, we have McGill in Canada, and just imagine now if you as a surgeon, you can have it in your pocket with you. That's clear. But having, for example, Seattle Science Foundation content, all these great videos you have, all these courses you have, to have this embedded in this platform and provided on a personalized level to the community, this would be great. And then it can also be used within the hospitals that if someone is packaging a very important collection for their residents, they can also add those videos and courses, etc., from your foundation. Thank you very much.